Today we are going to talk about the 1040EZ. How easy is it? Well, let's just take a look and see. What do I need? Well, today I need my 1040EZ Form 1040. I need my W-2 and I need the current tax table. So for now it is the 2015. So the most current tax table. This is all we need. And of course a writing utensil. You are going to refer to your W-2 that your teacher, myself, Mrs. Sapensky, has handed out to you. Use your W-2 to fill in our personal information. Oh my goodness, I have the wrong thing turned on. So let me go ahead and erase that mark. We don't really need that. But for today, I'm going to zoom in for you and to zoom in for this personal information. So number one, your name. So today our name is Robert J. So all that you need to do is write in Robert J. for first name and middle initial, Robert J. Our last name today is Everson, E-V-E-R-S-O-N. And again, you're getting this information from your W-2. We do not have a spouse. It says that we are single. So we do have our address, and our home address is 12334 South 9th Street. And our city and state is Bellevue. Oh my goodness, my spelling today is Bellevue, Nebraska, and our zip code is 68123. Now, you want to be sure that you put the address of your home address and not the address of your employer. The other thing that it asks for is your Social Security number. So your Social Security number can be found on your W-2, and it might say employee ID number, it might say Social Security number. So Robert's Social Security number is found in box B, employee ID number. So go ahead and fill that in. Five, five, five. Oh, goodness sakes. Here we go. All right. Mrs. Sapensky is having a bad day today. Okay, so as you can tell, sometimes it's to your benefit to go ahead and use a pencil for this practice. Normally, when you're doing it for the IRS, if you were filling it out by hand, you would want to do it in pen so it could not be changed or altered. All right, so now we have completed our personal information. Next thing that we're going to do is look at our income, the income section of our W-2. So as I make it a little bit larger so that we can see it, it's all about boxes. So box 1, it says wages, salaries, and tips. So when you look at your W-2 form, it tells us that it is in box 1. So if we look at box 1 for Robert, we see that our wages, tips, and other compensation is $29,225. So you would just go ahead and write in $29,225. Taxable interest. I would like you to refer to the right-hand side of your W-2 that I have handed out to you. Usually you would get an interest statement from your savings or your banking institution, but I am giving you the information today. We have earned interest income from savings of $45. So that is taxable. So you would just write in your taxable interest, $45. Unemployment, we see that Robert does not have any unemployment compensation. He has been working for the entire year. The next thing we're going to do is go to line 4. And if you read the instruction, it says add lines 1, 2, and 3 to get your adjusted gross income. So as we add lines 1, 2, and 3, and you can take a moment now to go to your computer or your calculator to go ahead and add these 3 numbers up. And I get $29,270. Okay, so this is our adjusted gross income. The next box, if you will look at the next box, box 5, it says if someone can claim you or your spouse as a dependent, you are going to check this box. Now we see that Robert is working out on his own. We do not have any information that we are being claimed by someone else. So as a single person, if no one else can claim you, you would enter the number 10,300 if single. If you were married, you would put in the $20,600. So we are going to enter $10,300. On line 6, it says that we are going to subtract line 5 from line 4. That means line 4 minus line 5, and this is your taxable income. So we see that line 4 is larger than line 5, and so we are going to go ahead and figure out what our taxable income is. So if you add those two together, or excuse me, subtract those, you get $18,970. And I'll give you a little time to get that written down. You can pause this video at any time if you would like in order to fill in the information. We are now ready to go down to federal income tax withheld from the form W-2 and 1099. Now your 1099 is your interest statement, which you do not have the physical 1099. So what I would like you to do now is to refer to your W-2 that you have at your desk and look in box 2. Now box 2 says that we have had income tax withheld from our paycheck of $3,250. So you would go ahead and fill in this box now with that amount, which is 3250. All right, earned income credit. Looking at our W-2, do we have an earned income credit? As you look at that information under the case study, we've been told that we have earned a $400 making work pay credit, which we put on line 8. So we are going to enter that information now. Non-taxable combat pay, we do not have any information on that, so we can skip 8B. And then on line 9, it says that we are going to add lines 7 and 8A. So we are going to add line 7 and 8A to get line 9. So on line 9, we have the value of $3,650. The next thing that we need to do is look at how much money we owe the government for taxes. So if you refer back to line 6, so I'm going to move this tax form. If we look at line 6, you'll notice that that is our taxable income, which we had $18,970. So what we need to do now is to refer to the tax table that I have also provided you at your desk. The tax table refers, there's many pages on the tax table. This one actually is the page that you need. So I'm just giving you kind of a screenshot of the tax you need. The remaining pages of the tax table are available online. So as we zoom in, we see that our taxable income is $18,970. So if you go to the section that is 18,000, now there are a number of sections, but we are in the 18,000 group, and you want to find the range. So as we're looking at the range, you can see that it is usually a range of about $50. Okay, so if we go down on 18,000 and we scroll down, and please don't write on your tax table because the next class will be using it. So as we're scrolling down to 18,000, we're in the range of 18,950 and 19,000. So as we go to the right of that, it's the very bottom entry under the 18,000 group. If we go to the right, the first column is the tax that you pay if you are single, and we are single today. So the tax that we owe is $2,385. So referring back to our our 1040EZ, I'm always getting a little bit confused when I'm talking. We're looking at our 1040EZ, and I have provided the information from the previous slide. Our federal tax withheld, we knew, was $3,250. Okay, if we go to line 9, I need to write that in again. And you should already have this written into yours, but we have our total on line 9, which is $3,650. And then the tax. So the tax that we have identified that we owe to the federal government is $2,385. Now, here is how we find out exactly how much we are going to get back as a refund or how much we owe the federal government. You will not owe money and get a refund, so it's going to be one or the other. Healthcare, we do not have any information on that for line 11, so we'll leave that blank. On line 12, so we are now to line 12. It said add lines 10 and 11. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm just really getting you confused. Total tax that we have paid in is $2,385. Oh, man. Looking at line 13A, it says if line 9 is larger than line 12, you are going to subtract line 12 from line 9. So line 9 is what we have paid into the federal government already for taxes. On line 10, that is the amount that we actually owed. So if you look at those two numbers, we have paid in more than what the tax table says that we owe. So now we subtract line 12 from line 9, and this actually is your refund. As you do the math, you'll see that we get $1,265. So my refund this year is going to be $1,265. If you want it direct deposited into your account, you would fill out the information that it asks for, your routing number and your account number. Otherwise, you would then receive a check in a certain period of time, depending on how busy the government is. To finish your tax form, you would go ahead and sign your name at the very bottom, where it says your signature. So our name is Robert J. Everson. The date, you can just use today's date for the sake of practice, and today's date is 9/23/16. Your occupation is given on the W-2 information sheet, and our occupation is a coach, so you would just write in coach. You would go ahead and fill in your daytime phone number, which is 402-222-3335. If you had a spouse, you would fill in the information below that. And now we have completed our Form 1040EZ. Remember, you will not owe money and get a refund. It will be one or the other. If you notice on line 14, if line 12 is larger than line 9, so it would be just the opposite as far as the numbers go, then you would actually owe money. So if line 12 is larger than line 9, you would owe money. In this case, Robert is going to be very happy to get his check, refund check of $1,265. Hope this helps. At this point, please bring your 1040EZ and your W-2 to Mrs. Sapensky for her to check over your numbers, and then she will give you your next assignment. Have a great day.